Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Northy and today we're going to be looking into a story that's broke over the last 24 hours. This is a story from Robert Hardman's book, his upcoming book about King Charles's reign. And in it he details an interaction that happened on the Queen's deathbed. So the Queen, while she was on her deathbed, wrote two letters. One was to her son, His Majesty King Charles, and the other was to the Queen's private secretary. So Robert Hardman is a good journalist and all of that. But I want to see what element of truth is about this particular story. So I'm going to use the cards to ask that, and whether King Charles has kept to the letter, if want of a better word. So we're not necessarily asking about the contents. We're asking gently around it. We're not going to go into a dying woman's last wishes, but we are going to look in very respectfully if this was true and if King Charles is following the instructions, and anything that comes out while we're reading on that, it's fine. So this is done with a great deal of respect. So if you are new here, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you to everyone who's been around on my channel and supporting me for such a long time. I really appreciate you guys so much. So thank you for hanging out with me as well and taking your time to view the readings. Without further ado, we're going to look at, is there any truth in this story? And we're going to start doing that right now. So, let's have a look. Let's see. I was heartbroken thinking that the Queen went through all of those things running up to her passing, and the fact that she'd felt strong-armed into giving a name. Her name was Lilibet to Prince Philip and Princess Margaret, the Queen Mother, and of course the late King George. And only a few people were invited to call her that. And you only were allowed to call her that if you had been invited to call her that. It's such a sad thing. It's really sad to have that last bit of yourself taken, your pet nickname that was given to you as a child before you were going to be queen, before you were anything else in the line of succession or anything, a sweet memory tarnished by some grifters. It's very sad. What's in that letter? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is it true about the letter? Queen's letter to King Charles. Is it true? Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Something you can't get out of. Something that you need to do, that you feel like you're compelled to do, and you can't necessarily see your way out of it at the time, but you know you've kind of you know it's going. I feel with the Eight of Swords straight away that there was some type of letter, because it is written in an almost, I wouldn't say uncertain of the future, but an uncertain way of wanting to carry on and things to keep going and things to happen. But she feels frustrated straight away because she can't be out there to see it over. The King of Cups is in reverse. Okay. Let's see what's above. Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. It's interesting that she's surrounded by the threes, and with the King of Cups crossing over in reverse. I feel like there was something about Andrew in there. Of course, he's a Pisces. It could be Edward as well, because he's King of Cups would relate to both of them, as well as King Charles and Prince William. So you've got a lot of King of Cups in there, but it's negatively affected the way she feels. I feel like with the Three of Cups before, like there was a relief there. And a sense of doing things differently that she wanted Charles to know, with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So there is some relief in a sense that time is coming to an end with the Three of Cups above. But the Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's definitely something there that's not working how she wanted it to work. That could be her body, that could be how things are done, if you know what I mean. She's Four of Swords in reverse. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you'll know that is my Death card. I actually feel, now this is going to sound wild, I actually feel that the doctors may well have been surprised by her kind of hanging on an extra day or so. It's almost like, I know death comes for everybody when it's meant to come, but the Four of Swords in reverse, I think she was really ready to go, bless her. Eight of Wands, action, the Worlds, the completion. Queen Elizabeth was a one-off. Now, a lot of people have past lives in different eras. A lot of people they might be completing their final past life now. I feel like Queen Elizabeth is a one-off. She incarnated once and she left once. I think she was a gift. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I think in the letter there must be something in there that she was ready to go, but she feels a sense that I feel like with what's happened with the Harkles, she knew that she had been stabbed in the front on the world stage, humiliated by the Harkles, and she kind of knew what was coming. Yeah, she really hoped it wouldn't be Harry, but she lost a lot of faith that a Knight of Crystals is in reverse. She was hoping he'd sort himself out. She was hoping that he would bring himself to his senses, but this is definitely something that she didn't want the worst to come out from. The Knight of Pentacles, of course, Knight of Pentacles relates to the earth signs of Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn, and Harry is a Virgo. So the Knight of Pentacles, being him so much younger than Queen Elizabeth, she would show up as a knight. And I'm feeling, to be honest with you, I'm feeling like the King of Cups in reverse. This could very much well be Andrew. If we look at it were the ages of the people to Queen Elizabeth at the time. The Four of Wands, she knew everything was going to get busy. She knew that there was going to be a lot of noise and a lot of things happening. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, now let's look at Charles's cards in reverse. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Charles's cards now. I feel like from these cards, the energy around that letter is that it did exist. There was a relief there. What is known with the Three of Cups, there is a relief to be reunited with your loved ones, to be reunited in spirit. Definitely. The Three of Pentacles in reverse, something wasn't working. And I feel like there's a bind here. She felt in a very much a bind with Andrew. Now, I know Princess Anne's getting a lot of the credit for Frogsit from Frogmore Cottage's eviction. But maybe this was the letter. Let's keep going and seeing. I think the letter existed, yeah. The Ace of Swords in reverse. This could be the removal of titles. She wants them gone. She feels like she's been betrayed and stabbed in the front. Let's have a look. Is King Charles on track with following the late Queen's letter? How does he feel about it? Let's have a look. Ten of Pentacles. Yes. He is protecting and carrying on the life's work with the royal family. He is definitely doing something to protect the royal family. The Ten of Pentacles, of course, being that very rich, well-to-do, well-heeled royals. This is a card for a royal family. The Ten of Pentacles, very wealthy and protected. To be honest, that was it. That was it, to protect the monarchy. Queen of Swords is crossing over. Now it's in the positive. I wonder if she... No, it can't be Fergie and Andrew getting remarried, can it? She couldn't have put that in the letter. It could be something to do with Sophie. That something should be given to Sophie. Some extra honours. And that's still outstanding. That's still pressing. Okay. Let's see what's known about the situation. Queen of Pentacles. And underneath the Three of Cups. So I feel like it is known about this letter. The Three of Cups, I feel like in that letter she may have mentioned to His Majesty that she was looking forward to reconnecting with Princess Margaret, Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. But we have here Catherine, Queen of Pentacles. Catherine is an earth sign, Sophie is an air sign, and that is why they relate to the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. there's something more with Catherine in this letter. There's something positive, don't get me wrong. But he wants to do something with Catherine. It's interesting. Because of this letter. 4 of Cups. I think he's been in this kind of place. He has had this like big he's carried the grief. He really has. He's took it very badly, both deaths of both parents. I think his job has been a blessing because he likes work and he's been able to throw himself into work to keep him going. He hasn't been necessarily receptive to everything in the letter just yet, but I feel it is coming because we still have things pressing. I feel like there's something positive going to be coming out regarding Catherine very soon. The death card doesn't mean death, like, but it does necessarily mean that he is going to change things up a lot. Now this could be his long awaited get rid of some of the slack on the monarchy. But it's a rejuvenation. It is the ending of something to bring in something new. What was on his mind? He still thinks about His Majesty's passing. The 4 of Swords is in reverse again. He still thinks about that. So I really do feel like there is a truth to this letter. And a lot of the things in this letter contained information about Harry. He is very concerned about Harry. Queen of Cups in reverse there. And the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay. The king is concerned with Harry. The Queen of Cups could well relate to Camilla. Camilla is Cancer, as it was the late Princess Diana. So the Queen of Cups could mean either of those ladies, but if the king is concerned about Harry, I would suggest it is going to be something more attacks on Camilla. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. So there's going to be a lot of stories and misinformation coming out towards the end of the year. And especially, I feel like we might get a rebuttal, not from the palace or the king, but we might get a rebuttal from the Harkles about this. And because he's come up twice, let's have a look into Harry. Let's see what he kind of feels about all of this. Is he paranoid about it? I mean, why not? I mean, he's been paranoid about everything else. Because he's come up so often, I think so. Yeah, I do feel like there are some positive actions that the king has done. I think there's something in the pipeline for Sophie when that materializes. It's still pressing on him. So, you know, he likes to drag his heels. He really does. He's a complete Scorpio like that. But when he's made up his mind and he does it, he's just done. The Queen of Pentacles above, definitely something coming in for Catherine there. So let's have a look how Harry reacted to the news of this deathbed letter. Is he paranoid about it? Let's have a look. Three of Wands. It's definitely put a fork in his wheel. He's definitely feeling like he can't do something because of this news. So I wonder if the king has done some things to Harry. The Three of Wands in reverse. What's crossing over the King of Wands? Interesting. Now, the King of Wands, that could be scabies, that could be Darkest Manderson, it could be Elton John, it could be that weird photographer guy. All of those are Leos. All of them are fire signs, Leos, Aries and Sagittarius. So they would hit that kind of King of Wands energy. Not that we know the exact date for scabies, but you know. King of Cups is above, and the Knight of Swords is in reverse. This is something to do with protection, security issues. They are. He's blaming William, King of Cups, upright. King of Wands crossing over. He is going on and on and on about everything to the King of Wands. So is this another book that's going to be coming out? Is this some new PR campaign, some retorts in the press? Some sources close to the Sussexes say, you know, that kind of thing. Two of Wands. Justice in reverse. What's on his mind? Strength card. Nine of Swords. Four of Swords again. And the Queen of Cups. Interesting. That to me is matches with the King's energy. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, there is going to be some gaslighting coming from Monty Shit Show. Queen of Cups, we're going to be getting, Camilla is going to be getting it in the neck later this year from the grifters. The Strength card, what's on Harry's mind? Megsy is on Harry's mind. Megsy is a Leo and can come out as the Strength card, the Leos. The Nine of Swords surrounding him, it is, of course, the card of night terrors, anxiety, mental health. Maybe it's guilt, but there is mental health issues going on at Olive Garden Mansion. Seriously. Justice in reverse. The outcome for this, part of Harry's outcome, his karmic, is he's going to lose something. He is not going to get the justice he wants to receive. Four of Swords in reverse. He's thinking back to the Queen's death. And he's thinking back going, oh my God, it was so unfair. Megsy didn't get to come. And oh my God, it was so unfair. My mum died too. And oh my God, it was so unfair. Blah, 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 blah. And there's the Queen of Cups. I feel like he's going to put a target on William, and he's going to put a target on Camilla this year. I really do. They're going to try and rebuff it with like William briefs the press, Camilla briefs the press, all of those things that, yeah, that's been coming out and out and out and out. But if you go back in my readings, you'll see I predicted pretty much all of it. So please go and check out my older readings as well. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Harry thought there was a doorway back into the royal family, but the Three of Wands in reverse shows me that there is no way such thing. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. He's still really pressed. He's really angry and annoyed about the security issues. Justice in reverse. I don't think he's going to get everything he wants this year. That's for sure. But I feel like the letter may have mentioned Harry. It may have mentioned Prince Andrew, but it also had so many positives in it, from what I can gather from the cards. I mean, we'll probably never know. It might be kept sealed for a couple of 100 years. So I don't know if we can ever do like a comparison reading to it. But it would be very interesting if it did ever get unsealed. So if you have made it this far, please leave me a little queen emoji or a crown emoji. Lets me know that you guys have got to the end, because this is probably going to be a longer one. I hope you've had a great, what day is it? Tuesday, and you've enjoyed yourselves today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and all that YouTubery stuff. And I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Bye, everyone.